since I didn't have enough junk around here at the house, and because I sold a few vehicles, so I had a little money to burn, but mostly because my wife didn't say hell no, I got this rocket car. And pretty sure this thing hasn't been on the road in about 50 years. So this is a 1964 Oldsmobile 98 Luxury Sedan. It has a 4-barrel Rocket 394 V8 engine and a roto-hydromatic transmission. It was Oldsmobile's top-of-the-line 4-door hardtop sedan with its very elegant yet affordable styling. And at 18.5 feet and 4,200 pounds, it was a very elegant land yacht in its day. This car, on the other hand, has been sitting for a very long time and needs a thorough cleaning. I have no expectation on the engine other than that it definitely does not run, and it's going to take a lot to make it run. But first things first, I mounted some tires that would hold air, well, sort of. And with that done, the Oldsmobile was ready to go on the trailer. Once it was at the house, I really started digging into it to see just what I had gotten myself into. The license plate on it expired 72, so that was the last time it, I guess, legally was on the road. While I don't have any keys for the car, I did find some keys that are probably for a helicopter based on the keychain, and because they don't work on any of the other locks or the ignition. Alright, let's pop this hood and go where the action is. Go Oldsmobile. Now, one of my biggest concerns was whether or not the 394 was stuck. And at the moment, wouldn't turn over using the fan, so I just figured it was stuck, especially after sitting for 50 years. So I put some Marvel Mystery Oil in the cylinders and moved it into the garage since it was between -20 and -30 degrees outside. And I just didn't want to work on the car in those temperatures. So while I let the cylinders soak, I cleaned up the car a bit, at least one layer. It's an improvement, but still a long way to go. I did manage to open the trunk by using the car's vacuum trunk release by attaching a hose from my truck's manifold vacuum to the source hose for the system. Unfortunately, there was nothing in the trunk that would help me with the engine, so I pressed on. I took the valve covers off to make sure the valves weren't stuck. Eventually, after using a mallet, they were all moving freely. Upon taking the power steering belt off, I discovered the water pump was stuck. And to give myself some extra room on the damper, I took the fan and pulley off of the water pump. I then put a breaker bar and socket on the balancer, and to my relief, the engine turned over. Ooh, we got movement. Yes. Yeah, we got movement, Gil.
The car?
Yeah, the car engine turns. With the engine now unstuck, I refurbished the starter, which had a bad solenoid. Yeah, there we go. I changed the oil and the 50-year-old Atlas filter, which made a mess. I don't have a funnel in here, but we'll just try and ease it. Ooh, drop. After figuring out a way to keep the battery in the car, I dropped the battery in along with some newer cables, and it was ready for its first crank in decades. Move that one out of the way. And we don't arc that one up. Okay, so now that the engine was cranking over, I set up the ignition system, install a new coil, changing the spark plug wires, cap and rotor, And I set up an ignition switch in the engine bay there. Now I'm all ready to check for spark. So no spark. Okay, got my timing light hooked back up, the battery hooked back up. Actually, these aren't tight. So I put my new points in condenser. I don't know if the old ones, I'm assuming the old ones were bad. They look pretty toasted. I don't know, those look pretty bad to me. There we go. Spark. Just a little fuel down the intake. I wonder if I don't have any compression. I really got a lot of stuck valves. Hey, past Dave, future Dave here. You should definitely adjust the points. So, compression check. Or all my spark plugs are toast. That could be it too. Maybe I should have put the new spark plugs in. No? You're not going to? So, I guess compression check next? Okay, well, you'll get there eventually. Okay, number 1. What's that, 49? Okay, so 3 is at 75. Well, number 5 has 0. Ooh. What was that? The fuel pump works. And number 7 has 125 on it. So that's good. There's the heater. Okay, number 2, and I got 50. 20. 10. One more, number 8. Nope. Should probably do something with that fuel that came out. So while I took a break from working on the engine, I did some beauty work and replaced the headlights. Made the car look so much better, and after that I was ready to work on the engine again. Okay, so what I did was took the valve covers back off, sprayed some penetrant in there, down the valves, see if I could get them kind of loosened up a little bit more. Did a compression test. That's on the driver's side. This is on the passenger side. That's definitely up from what they were. I might also need to adjust my points because I did not adjust them at all when I put them in. Adjust my points. Woohoo! I'm going to see if this cranks over now. Alright. Oh. Little air. Oh, it wants to go. I gotta get that carburetor ready. Yeah. Okay. I just need to get a carburetor going, and I think this thing will run. I think I'm running out of battery. I don't have a alternator hooked up to this thing, so I'm just running off battery. So, okay. Awesome. Man, we're full of smoke in here. Well, the car is really coming along, so stay tuned for the next video. In the meantime, like, subscribe, comment down below, and thanks for watching.